I look like Sabrina Carpenter.
Or like Sabrina Carpenter.
You absolute bitch. Anyway, let's get into
incredible.
Thank you. I have that on recording, you being nice to me. Hello! And welcome to What Pissed You Off This Week. I am your host, Lele, Moomin Valley's most wanted criminal.
Hell yeah.
Raukola. And I'm joined here today by Torgeir, Breaking Bad's marketing team's Employee of the Month, Ryssevik. Say hello, Torgeir.
Hey, how you doing?
Welcome to this week's episode. And no, your eyes are not deceiving you. A new bombshell hasn't entered the villa. It is still me, Lele, even though my hair looks different and I'm wearing white.
Yes. I look exactly the same.
Yes. This is, I was looking at the recordings that we have thus far.
Yeah.
And I realized that I look the exact same in every single episode.
Yeah.
So I was like, I need to make some kind of a change.
Yes.
Especially after I wore the same shirt twice. So, Torgeir.
Yes.
What pissed you off this week?
What pissed me off this week is public bathrooms and how insanely automatic they are.
Would you care to elaborate?
Yes. You know when there is an automatic sink and you have to be this close to the sensor for the sink to turn on, but the faucet is this long.
Yes.
Yes.
So you're, for the audio, listeners only, significantly too close.
Badly calibrated sensors, very common thing in public bathrooms. Also, you know, when you're in a public bathroom and everything is automatic. Like the sinks are automatic, the soap dispensers are automatic, the fucking towel dispenser, if there even is one, if it's not one of those like fucking bacteria farms.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The air blowers.
The air blowers, yes. Bacteria farms. They, like, you know how phones have an insane amount of bacteria on them? Like, insanity amount of bacteria? Those are like at least 10 times worse. But then you come to a public bathroom where the soap dispenser is not automatic. And you go at that thing like a fucking Jedi, trying to make it to work. Is it? No, you push a thing. Fucking hell. Bathrooms piss me off.
And you know, when the light is automatic, and then there's nothing more humbling than having to sit there with your pants down and go, wave every 30 seconds to keep the light on.
Yeah.
It's the worst. I remember the store I worked at, like their lights would stay on, I think it was 30 seconds, and then it would go dark. So your options were either there, constantly be waving your arms around or just piss in the dark. And I chose piss in the dark because I was that was so humiliating, just flailing around. And you know, also then like if the soap dispenser is automatic,
yes,
and then you put your hand in there, it squirts once, and then you take your hand away and it squirts again, and now you've made a mess, and now you feel bad.
Or if it's just slow and it's like, this ain't working.
The worst. And public bathrooms are just gross in general.
Yeah.
Why are they always so nasty? Why do you piss on the floor?
And the ones in the Oslo airport.
Yeah? Which ones?
The Oslo airport. They have like, it's just straight mirror, and then all the automatic shit is like underneath kind of the mirror, behind there. And they have the stupidest fucking symbols to explain what is what. So the thing for drying, in some of them, I believe there is a drying machine, and in some of them it is take your towels here.
Yeah.
But I think it's the same symbol, or at least I've been confused there. So I've been like, when is the air coming? And I was like, I grab a towel here. Gotcha.
What is your preferred method of drying your hands in a public bathroom?
Definitely paper.
Same. I prefer paper.
Because bacteria machines.
Do you know the ones where there's kind of like a towel that you have to pull?
Oh, yeah.
And then you dry?
Yeah, you pull it and then you dry it, but it's still attached.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Kind of used to like those because like I feel like those dry your hands the most. But at the same time, they're fucking nasty.
Yeah. Like,
and it always malfunctions and it just hangs.
Yeah, and then if it gets ripped and then it just
Yeah.
It gets pulled down and it's a big ass pile on the floor.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, you take the thing and you dry your hands, but no one ever resets it after.
No.
So you always have to drag the wet ass paper of someone having dried their hands before you.
Yeah.
Which sucks. Fuck that.
My favorites are the ones, where you kind of like wave your hand and then it dispenses paper for you and then you dry your hands. Those are my favorite.
They fucking suck.
What?
Yeah, because they're always malfunctioning. And like, it's either empty, there is some paper stuck there, or it just doesn't work, doesn't dispense the paper. Yeah, fuck them.
I disagree. I like them.
I don't like them.
I like them. But I hate the ones where you have to pull and then the fucking paper like dissolves under your wet hands and then you can't pull it.
Yes.
Has that ever happened to you?
Many a times.
Worst thing ever.
Yes.
Worst thing ever.
Ever.
Nothing currently going on in this world that's worse.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yes, we are recording this at the night of the American election.
Yes, we are slightly nervous.
So for you watchers who already know how it's gonna go, I hope you're doing well.
Yeah, should we record? Okay, now reaction if we find out that Kamala won. Yay!
Hey, Kamala! Woo!
Now a reaction if we find out that Mr. Trump won. Torgeir is walking off. He is turning off the lights and leaving the room. Agreed, and he stole my rat. Roberto. So I introduced Roberto a couple of episodes ago. It's a plastic rat skeleton that I bought from a local store here. And I love him so much, and he's now our mascot. If we ever make merch, can it please be Roberto merch?
Yeah, I want Roberto on a t-shirt.
I also want Roberto on a t-shirt. Do you have another thing you want to say about public bathrooms? Yeah?
I have a story.
So tell us your story.
I was at a mall in Tennessee, and I was waiting outside a public bathroom. And also waiting outside the same bathroom was the cleaning crew.
Mm-hmm.
And person comes out of the bathroom, and I'm like waiting for her to go in. And she's like, "Oh, you can just go ahead. I'm going to clean the room. So that's not a problem. You can go first." Of course, I wanted to go after she had just cleaned it, but I was too fucking shy to say, "No, please clean it first." So I went in anyways. I wanted her to clean the bathroom for me.
You wanted a clean bathroom?
I wanted a clean bathroom.
I got so angry once at the Oslo airport, actually.
Yeah, fuck that airport. It's a bad airport.
This wasn't the airport's fault, per se. It was a cleaning lady. They fucking blocked off the entire bathroom. They just rolled the cleaning cart in front of the entryway and didn't let anyone in the bathroom. And there were like 20 people in a queue. I was so angry.
That's insane.
Yeah.
There is one thing.
Yeah?
When we're still at the Oslo airport, this pisses me off on a deep level. From the airport down to the train tracks, specifically down to track number 1.
Mm-hmm.
There are, I think it's 2 sets of stairs and 3 escalators. All of which are always going up. There's not a single escalator going down. All of them go up.
I've never noticed that.
So if you come from the airport and you're going on a train with luggage, you have to use the regular ass stairs.
Or the elevator.
You can't use the elevator. I never used the elevator.
I used the elevator when I had 3 suitcases.
True. And I have contacted Avinor about this.
Yeah?
I didn't contact Avinor.
You sent an angry email?
No, I talked with Hennika's mom, who works with logistics in Avinor at Oslo Airport. Apparently, it is because Avinor is responsible for getting people on their planes. They are not responsible for getting people on their trains. So therefore, they will want to have full capacity going to the airport.
That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Single fucking shit what goes out of the airport.
The stupidest thing I heard.
Pisses me off.
Stupidest thing I heard.
Anyways, what pissed you off this week?
What pissed me off this week is that we lost our boss's car keys for a full 24 hours. And when I say we, I mean me. I lost them.
Yeah.
Basically, we had auditions in Oslo for a project that we might be starting soon or are starting at the Bårdar Dance Academy place.
Yes. Shout out to Bårdar.
Yes, shout out. We were supposed to take our boss's car there. The boss's car that I had dropped his partner and kids to Hamar with. And I got the car keys. I got the car. Hell yeah! I parked it in front of the studio. We were supposed to leave, and I had sent a super bitchy message the night before into our group chat called Lele's Little Angels. It's kind of like Charlie's Angels.
That message pissed me off.
Yes.
So bad.
Yep. It was a message
I wanted to leave the whole group chat. You were being such a fuck.
Thing is, I did not mean it to be bitchy. I realized the morning after, hey, this is probably incredibly condescending. But
it was so condescending.
But I
was mad at you, for real.
But I truly didn't mean it to be. It was just hey guys, please show up to the studio early because we were supposed to leave at 7:30. Show up early and please pee before we leave so we don't have to pull over for that during our drive to Oslo, which is about 2 hours.
And which 3 people were ready in the studio at least 15 minutes before we were gonna leave?
Because the thing is, previous times when we've had to leave, that hasn't been because of us though. We've usually always left half an hour late. So I was just let's leave early.
That's why we plan to leave when we plan to leave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that we actually have the time.
Basically, I'd sent this text hey, everyone show up to the studio on time and blah, blah, blah. And then, I was ready to go when we were supposed to go. And then I was just I'm just going to go get the car keys. I go to my jacket where I thought they were. They're not here. I'm maybe I put them in the other coat.
Did you?
No, not here either. I look into my room, not here either. Well, maybe I just already packed them. No, I didn't. They were not in my backpack. And at this point, I'm starting to panic a little bit.
Are you?
Yes, you were there.
Yeah. Were you panicking? I didn't notice.
Shut up. But anyway, we all look for it around the studio. After I've just sent the message the night before everyone would be on time, we ended up leaving at 8:50 when we were supposed to be in Oslo at 10. And Oslo is around 2 hours away, right?
Yeah.
And then we had to borrow our friend's car to get to Oslo. But yeah.
We weren't going to be there at 10.
No. Basically, everyone looks for the keys the entire morning. And we even went outside and looked around where we had been walking the night before. And 3 people went and looked for the keys outside. We all went to the same spot. None of us could see the keys.
And this was in daylight.
Daylight. And fully looking for them. None of us could find them. And then, we ended up getting the car keys or a different car to get to Oslo. We went to Oslo.
Yeah. Shout out to Jed. He borrowed us a car.
Yes, shout out. We showed up a little bit over an hour late. Around an hour. Honestly, we pulled up faster than I thought we would have.
Yeah.
But we got the keys or a new car, had the day in Oslo, then came back. And then I was absolutely devastated because I don't usually ever lose anything. I'm the type of person who can be blackout drunk, passed out on the street, and I will have all of my possessions on me.
Hell yeah.
I have only ever lost one thing when I was drunk, and that was not my fault.
What was it?
It was the cloakroom in a club, and they had given my coat to someone else. I show up with my ticket. I'm we're 130, let's say. This is empty. I'm what do you mean it's empty? I had my coat there.
Oh, fuck.
And then they were what did it look like? I'm it's a black, white, and green, a windbreaker. Give me my fucking coat.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we've given it to someone else. And then they just gave me another random coat. I was what do you mean? So
whose coat is that?
I don't know. Some random bitch's leather jacket ended up with me.
So some random bitch pulls up to get her leather jacket.
Yeah.
And they're I don't know, take this one.
Yeah, literally. Because they gave me some random leather jacket. I don't own a leather jacket, other than now I have the really long one.
Yeah.
But that was a super short one. That wasn't mine. I fully had a windbreaker, and I never got it back. And I was so devastated because I bought that from Spain. And I actually really liked that one.
Yeah.
And I never got it back. I was so angry. But yeah, that was the only time I've ever lost something when drunk. And that wasn't my fault.
So you were drunk?
I was drunk. I was in a club.
I'm talking about the keys.
Oh, no, I wasn't. Not that time. But yeah, I usually don't lose anything, so I took this very heavily. And then I asked him later in the evening, like, can we go look one more time? And we went outside, and when we like near the spot where I thought they might be, I pull out my phone flashlight, turn the flashlight on, and the first thing I shine the flashlight on is the keys.
Yes, and this is the place that
3 people had gone to.
Me, you, and Magnus had gone to look at this exact spot in daylight.
Yeah.
Couldn't find it. And then, they're here.
Right there. And like I just like almost stepped on them.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
were like literally right in front of me.
Hell
and
yeah.
I just fully stared at them. And I Torgeir, you just stare at them. We're like,
yeah.
those are the keys, right?
Yeah. But we were talking about something, and we finished that whole conversation just looking at the keys.
Yeah. Just processing like, these are the keys. But yeah, that pissed me off this week that I didn't notice that something had fallen out of my pocket. Because I usually always do. And I usually constantly check that I still have all of my belongings. I didn't this one motherfucking time. And this time I did. And I was so devastated, so mad at myself. And I remember texting our boss in a car, do you hate me now? And he replied, no.
Hell yeah.
And then he complimented my hair.
That's so nice.
Thank you, Carl. And thanks for not hating me, even though I lost your car keys for 24 hours.
Hell yeah. We did find them, though.
We did find them. And like, they weren't far. They were just happened to have fallen out of my pocket. And I was so mad. But yes, that pissed me off this week.
Hell yeah.
Podcast.
That was very synchronized.
That was incredibly synchronized.
In this week's news, there is currently a season of the TV series From going on.
I think we mentioned in episode 1 or 2.
Yes, and we are currently on episode 7 as of recording this.
Yes.
What do we think so far of season 3?
Season 3 has been one gigantic disappointment after another. At least to me.
Yeah.
Because season 1 was incredible. This conversation is going to include spoilers for the show, by the way. But yeah, season 1 was super action-packed, and we saw a lot of the or not even action-packed, but we got a lot of world building.
Yeah,
a lot of things were constantly happening as they were establishing the town and like
and everything is new and everything kind of is interesting.
Yeah.
And you're constantly like, what is this town?
Yeah.
And how did these people get here and all of that? And you're constantly wondering that. But when you get to season 3 and you still don't have any answers
yeah,
to
season
anything.
In season 2, we got the busload of people. Or that was the end of season 1. But anyway, and like these kind of new dynamics with a bunch of new people. And then we got the cicadas that people started seeing. Some people got kind of possessed by something. A lot of things were still happening.
Yeah.
But in season 3, there have been at least 3 episodes where only a day has passed in the town. We have not seen the monsters in From at all. And to people who haven't seen the show, basically this family's driving down a road, they come across a fallen tree, and then when they turn away from the tree, they end up in this town that they can't get out of. When they try to drive away, they drive in circles. And the thing in this town is the monsters come out of the woods at night that look exactly like people. They walk and like smile very creepily at you. And if you let them in to your house, they will kill you. And basically you have these talismans that keep them out at night.
Yes. Also, everyone in this town has also encountered this same tree and gone to the town, couldn't leave, and they're all just stuck there.
Yeah. But now this season 3... like, we haven't gotten any kind of answers. Why is the town?
Yeah.
Where did the town come from? Why can't the people get out? No answers to anything. And this is the, seventh episode of the third season. Yeah, that is going to be 10 episodes.
Yeah.
Like, nothing has happened. Like, I can't tell you what has happened in the last 2 episodes because so little has happened.
Yeah. And it's like, they keep raising questions and they keep adding new subplot storylines while not giving any resolution to any of them, and we're not getting closer to an answer even. They just keep bringing more questions instead of progressing towards an answer to the ones we have.
And I feel like they are going to are they going to be able to flesh out these storylines in the last remaining like 3 episodes? Are we going to get any kind of satisfying resolutions to those, or are they going to feel super rushed?
Like,
because surely they could have spread out like the season in a way where we get the majority of the resolutions in the end, but that we get at least something during the season, because right now it's such a frustrating watch.
It is. And like, based on what I've seen, there is going to be at least one season after this.
Yeah, I've
so
seen
they
that as
don't
well.
have to resolve every plot line that's going on right now.
Yeah.
But they need to resolve something. And right now it's just slow burning chaos of nothing.
Exactly. Like, it's just, like, I get it's a mystery show. Yeah, like a lot of people on Reddit are complaining about people complaining about the show and how they don't get that it's a mystery show. I get that it's a mystery show, but does the entire plot have to be a mystery?
A mystery show needs to have a road to an answer.
Yeah.
This isn't a road to an answer.
You can't just have the setup, something in between, and resolution. You have to have the resolution. Like, I usually say, like, don't treat the audience like an idiot. Don't give everything on a silver platter, but give them something to work with. Right now, we haven't been given anything to work with, like, which is super frustrating.
A really good writing technique is making the audience feel smart.
Exactly.
Having the audience figure things out on their own and feeling smart. But now everyone is just left feeling dumb because there's nothing
Yeah,
here.
because almost every single theory that the fans might have had has then suddenly been debunked.
Yeah.
And then you feel dumb. It's like, oh, well, now it can't be that.
Yeah.
And some of the characters are just so annoying on screen. Like, the character of Fatima and Ellis. Ellis is the son of one of the protagonists. Boyd, yes. They are so irritating.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of an issue with the dad of the family that comes there, Jim. Like, especially Fatima and Jim feel just so irrationally emotional or stupid constantly.
Yeah.
Like, every single decision they make, and every single decision they make and every single reaction they have just feel so disproportionate or like irrational.
Yeah.
Like, especially Fatima, like, she bitches eating rotten fruit and eating like dead people, and she's like, I don't want to tell anyone.
Yeah.
You're in a place that is surrounded by monsters where people are hallucinating all kinds of stuff, and you're not telling people this? Like, you're putting so many people in danger.
Yeah. Like, I kind of get her. It is embarrassing what she's going through, and probably very hard for her. But as the audience, it's very annoying to just keep watching her whining about her situation. And
like, I'm not saying I would act any better than her.
Yeah, and there has been a lot of focus on that, especially this season, on those two.
Yeah, just these like inner like relationships of these characters. Like, how many times do I have to have a teary Fatima complaining about something to Ellis, then Boyd saying, I gotta go. And Tabitha saying something relatively interesting and Jim telling her that she's basically crazy, or saying that you abandoned us when she got teleported to the real world kind of at the end of season 2, and then he was, I had to be here for my kids. No, you weren't doing shit for your kids. Like,
but what I would have wanted to see a lot more of in this season that I'm very disappointed that we didn't is Victor and his dad. Because like, fucking hell, they haven't met in 40 years? And Victor seems to be very important to
the plot.
Like he was there since the early days of the town, and there are some answers within him, and he keeps saying that the pictures remember, and he has some answers. We know that. Yeah,
and like he remembers these things about the previous people in the town from the night, because in the show, there was a night 40 years ago, approximately, where everyone else died except Victor.
Yes.
And he was like 7, 8 at
Something
that point.
Like that, a child for sure.
Yeah, a child. And now he's like 40. Yeah, his dad came there, and we haven't gotten almost anything.
Was it last episode they had a scene together where they found a doll?
That was an episode before.
Yeah.
Episode 6.
Apart from them meeting for the first time. That is all we've seen of them.
That is all we've seen of them. And like, I did kind of like that scene where Donna and Victor's dad, isn't it Henry? They were having a drink and the dad said like how he feels horrible like and selfish for saying this, but like he kind of wishes that he hadn't found out that this is where Victor is and that he's still alive and all of this stuff. Like it was easier to handle things when he thought he was dead.
Yeah.
That was like a more profound scene, which I liked because that is such a relatable and probably incredibly realistic feeling for the dad.
It is.
Like, if you suddenly get transported into this nightmare world where your son has been for 40 years and you can now see that your son is, like, very emotionally traumatized and emotionally stunted because that's where he grew up and he was alone for a while. And, like, of course it was easier when you thought he was just dead.
Yeah, and, like, of course he doesn't, like, wish for Victor to be dead, but for a full 40 years... that's the reality he's been living in.
Yeah.
And that was more comfortable than seeing a 47-year-old Victor in deep distress and being emotionally fucked up.
Yeah. Like, of course, that's very understandable.
Yeah.
But then that was the only scene that was good, like drama-wise, I guess, in that episode. All the other episodes were just kind of people screaming at each other because.
Yeah.
And then I have seen some leaks that we're not going to talk about because he hasn't seen them. He doesn't want to know. Thank God I have Celine who...
Keep the spoilers out of the comments.
Thank God I have Celine who wants to see the leaks and who I can theorize with.
Yeah, by the time this episode is out, though...
Episode 8 and 9 will have aired.
Yeah, and it's only 2 days until episode...
10. So let's see if we disagree at that point.
Yeah.
But, like, the leaks... seem very intense. So like I'm just kind of curious as to why the writers chose to have absolutely fuck all happen all season and then have the last 2 or maybe 3 episodes be super jam-packed with action and revelations and plot points. Surely you could have given at least some of those plot points a bit earlier.
Yeah.
Because right now as an audience member, like I'm just frustrated. Like I'm not watching the show because it's so good and I'm so hooked. I'm just watching the show because I want something to complain about after, you know? Like
I'm watching the show because season 1 was very captivating, very good, and I still have a hope in me that it will come back to that. But it's looking darker.
Yeah. Also, the reason I'm watching is because, well, I've liked watching it with you guys. It's nice to have like a show that you watch together each week.
Yeah.
And because Jade is so goddamn pretty. I want to look at his pretty little face. He is so fucking gorgeous. Scrumptious. I love him.
Put up a picture of Jade
Call me.
Here.
What is his actor's name?
Should we get Jade on the podcast?
Oh my god, yes, please. He is played by David Alpay.
Who'll pay?
David Alpay.
Oh shit.
No, I think it's pronounced David Alpay. If you by any chance see this, call me, dude. So beautiful. Now I'm just looking at his face on Google image. I'm sorry. So pretty. And he is... Just stop looking at me like that. Stop it. The best character in the show, I think, because I think he had such a realistic reaction to the place when he first got there. Basically, he thought the entire thing was a prank or like
an escape room.
Yeah, an escape room. Yeah. And he wasn't taking anything seriously. And he was such an asshole to everyone in season 1. Yeah. But you could so obviously see that was a coping mechanism. That he was just so scared and like confused that he didn't know how else to act. He was just an ass. Which honestly, I relate to that so hard because that is exactly what I do. Like when I lost the car keys. My default is to get mad at everyone else. Or like I'm...
Yeah, because we lost the car keys, didn't we?
Mad, or like I'm mad at... When I get super stressed and I'm angry and disappointed and like scared of obviously consequences. That's the thing I've always said to you. I am the most afraid in the world of consequences of my own actions.
Yeah.
But like, I then start like taking my own frustration and fear out on everyone else, even though they haven't done anything.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, but like, you're such a dick. But like, they just happen to be there. And it just comes out that way. So I fully know that if I was in that situation, I'm suddenly in a fucking nightmare world, I would be such a dick to everyone because I would be so scared. But yeah, from season 3, just frustratingly slow.
Yeah.
It's been annoying to watch because nothing is happening most of the time.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck happened the previous episode?
The only thing we saw was Fatima killed someone. Nothing else happened.
I even forgot that happened.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, you were playing 2048 the entire episode.
Yeah. But like, nothing happened.
But yeah, basically just nothing has happened in the entire season. It's been super frustrating. And because I love the show and I really love Jade... I really want Jade. I want there to be a satisfying resolution to the show.
Yeah.
And I have faith because the showrunners are saying that they have planned this whole thing out. But that is to be seen.
Yeah. How many seasons are they planning? Because I can't take another season of this slow.
I think they said that they have a 5-season arc. I feel like that's
means
long.
We're probably gonna get one more really slow season, and then maybe in season 5 they have to tie all the knots.
Yeah.
You know what pissed you guys off this week?
This is the section where you can send in what pissed you off this week. What did your boss do that was the last nail in the coffin, or what slightly inconvenient happened that annoyed you? Yeah, so our first listener piss off, or what pissed you off, is from Mario.
Yeah. Super Mario?
Probably.
Yes.
M.M1L01 on Instagram.
Mean?
That's the username.
Mario.
And what pissed Mario... Shut the fuck up. What pissed Mario off this week is going to work, bought coffee to go, someone bumps into me and knocks the coffee out of my hand. Then 10 minutes after I leave work, it starts raining. Get home, soaked to the skin, and it stops.
That sounds like a sad day for Mr. Mario.
My condolences to you, Mr. Mario.
And your coffee.
Yes.
Yes.
And having to have gotten soaked in the rain.
Yes.
Sounds sucky. Our second listener writing is from Caro.brckmr on Instagram as well. And she tells us, agreed to do some of my colleagues' work. Ended up way more complicated than I was told. I fucking hate it when that happens.
Yeah. That is a sucky situation. That
Very
has
much.
happened to me a bunch of times.
Yeah.
When I take over projects from other producers and they're like, yeah, can you just touch up on this and give it a little mix down? And it's the most chaotic project you will ever see. No names on anything, no structure on anything whatsoever. You're just looking at a big ass mess. Or if it's like, can you quickly mix this? And they sent 227 stems. And like, yeah, can you just really quickly just...
No,
You know
no,
what
I
mean?
cannot.
Yeah, just downloading that is gonna take like 30 minutes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thank you for watching today's episode of What Pissed You Off This Week. It's been a pleasure having you here.
Has it?
You,
tall Canadian man with curly black hair or brownish hair with some gray, and a beautiful thick beard with some gray in it as well. Beautiful dark eyes. Kind of a Mediterranean look almost. Olive skin, beautiful beard.
does his name perhaps rhyme with Haid?
What? Maybe. But bye to that gorgeous man.
Which one?
The one that looks like Jade from From.
That guy.
Oh my god, is he here?
Is it him? I think it is him.
Who's that creepy guy smiling behind him?
Jade, look out! Look out, Jade! What the fuck?